Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, where today we are doing another art video, which was a request from my Patreon Andy. Thank you so much, Andy, for this request. I'm really glad that you liked this art. You saw me drawing it live last year on Twitch. I know this was a year ago. I take a long time to edit my streams down. I spend a lot of time editing, and there's a system to my madness, and it's kind of got OCD, but here we are. We're finally here. We're finally at that point where we can talk about this drawing. I was so proud of this drawing. It took place over 2.5 streams. The first 2 streams were an hour and a half, so that's 3 hours, and then so let's say 3.5, nearly 4 hours to get this entire drawing done. It was based on an Inktober kind of idea. It wasn't Inktober itself, because I'm aware that there is a load of controversy behind Inktober. If you don't know what it is, I do recommend that you go for a deep dive into why not to use the standard stuff, because the guy who runs it is a bit of an asshole. And that's my opinion, to keep myself safe. He's done some bad things, and for that I can't support him. So what I do regularly in October, and I haven't done it this year to be honest, is I go around and I look for art prompt themes that I kind of like, and then I start drawing them. And normally each year I do it in a theme, and last year I started it. I didn't finish it. I think I got 4 drawings done in the end out of the whole thing, so yeah, not a lot. And the whole idea was that I was going to do it themed around my Jack of Spades fan fiction that I have been writing for over 1.5 years now. And even though there's only 9 chapters, okay, 9 edited chapters, I've written a lot more than that, and the story hasn't got as far along as I'd like, but it's there. It is up, and it's in my head, and I really enjoy it. And there's themes from other series as well in there, because I really enjoy Avatar. So there's a couple of touches of that in there. If you ever read it, let me know what you think is the touches of Avatar, because that would be fun. And the first drawing I did was of my Jedi original character, Elanway, one of the healers of the Jedi Temple, who is also in a secret relationship with the main character of the story, Talia Bride. But that obviously being a secret, and unfortunately she dies in Order 66, because angst has to be something that happens when you talk about Star Wars. Star Wars has angst all of the damn time. Gotta love it, right? So with that, the second one was this one, which was the drawing for spiders, and I did want to do a Black Widow kind of themed thing, but I didn't know what character was going to fit this particular theme, because I haven't got that far into the story where the Night Sisters actually come in, and they do come in because they actually are pretty important to the main storyline, and I hadn't got to that point. I hadn't thought up any of the characters or anything like that, but I knew that Talia, one of her secret identities is she's a dancer, and she works with her friend Nyanta, who is a Twi'lek, and they kind of run like a secret spiring behind the scenes as dancers. So they're going to hire dancers and people who can do performance art and all that kind of thing. And I was thinking, I wanted a character that was a Night Sister or had left the Night Sisters, kind of the way Ventress does during the Clone Wars. And this character was fairly young and had been joined up with Nyanta's troupe. And she was an aerial dancer, because I love aerial silks. It's such a beautiful performance art piece. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but I do not have the body strength to do it. The upper body strength particularly, and no safe place to do it. Another joy of living in the middle of goddamn nowhere. So I decided this would be the character, and I've called her Spider for short, because yeah, I like the idea of characters having simple names, and because their real name is too long, too complicated, or they just don't want to tell people what their real name is. So her name's Spider, and she does the aerial silks dances for Nyanta and Talia in their performance guises. And yeah, so I also tried to design it a little bit that like you could see the Star Wars influences, but it didn't have to be a Star Wars character. So this could be something that you might want as an art print, or I could do as an art print or a sticker or something like that, because over on my Patreon I do offer art prints of some of my my art. I shouldn't talk about that really, but it is something that I do. Quite a few of the drawings that I've done for YouTube are stickers and things like that. I need to reopen my Etsy store, but that's a whole nother kettle of fish, because like Etsy has been one of those things I sold on for a little while. It didn't do too well because Etsy is what it is, and then things went horribly wrong, because Etsy is pretty much doing all AI things now, and they're very kind of like, if I can make my stickers. I do have a Cricut, but I struggle with it sometimes. So I can make my own stickers, but I often outsource them, get them printed and sent over to me and that kind of thing. But the problem there is that sometimes you can't, you have to register it as you've handmade it, and obviously I haven't handmade it, so that counts me as a drop shipper, which is annoying because I'm not, because I'm getting this stuff made by an art group. So I don't know how other people on Etsy actually do these kind of things with when they sell stickers and art prints and stuff like that. But I have a really good printer that allows me to do the art print side of things, and I do have, it can let me do stickers. It's just my Cricut. Someone said that I should save up and get a Juliet Scissor? I can't pronounce the name. But they're like £500 in the UK now, and I don't have that money spare. So we're stuck with the Cricut for the moment. So yes, it's always one of those things when you're doing these kind of art Inktober things. What themes do you want to run with? Spiders are a prevalent thing as well in my practice. I'm not a very big fan of spiders. I say that I like the look of them. I think that as long as they're far away from me, like I can sit and watch a tarantula move. I can sit and I can enjoy being in their presence. But if they're in my bedroom crawling over my bed, or they've scuttled over my hand, or recently I've had quite a few of them on my face. So when I am at work, I take a walk every hour or so just to get me out of the office, get some fresh air, get my eyes away from the computer screen, what you should do to be a healthy working individual of the world. And of course, there's little forested bits around near where I work. And as I'm walking, I've been getting things like ants, spiders, crawling on my face. The worst one is when I was sitting in the toilet a couple of weeks ago and a spider just dropped, a big one, not like the small baby ones, a big one dropped right in front of my face. And I screamed and someone had to come and rescue me from the toilet. That was embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. So why are spiders so important to me? Well, one of the beings that Loki tends to show up as is spiders, magpies, foxes, young wolves, and for me, a small cat. I could tell you the story of how I got my boys and how I believe that it was a gift. Whether or not you believe in that kind of thing, it doesn't matter. It was a gift either way. The universe gave my boys to me, fate gave them to me, the gods gave them to me, whatever you want. I am so happy to have the boys. But spiders are another sign that the god Loki is trying to talk to you, which is wonderful when you are terrified of them. Because they keep turning up, they keep scaring everybody, and they've been pretty prevalent. So this drawing has kind of double meaning for me, and I'm very proud of this one. I've done a load of rambling with this one, so I do apologise. I didn't really have an idea of what to talk about. I could have gone with some ghost stories to do with spiders and the stereotypical urban legends to do with spiders, like the one where the girl gets bitten and a spider crawls out of her face. You know, scary tales to tell in the dark and that kind of thing. But I think that one's still under copyright, and I don't want to get in so much trouble that I get my channel removed, because I'm pretty sure some of the old creepypasta channels have had that happen to them. But that's not the point of this video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I do hope you enjoyed this video. And I'd like to say thank you very much to Andy for requesting this Patreon video for himself. It's been a joy so far doing all of these videos for you guys. Someone said to me once that I seem to save up all my Patreon videos for October. It's more that's when everybody goes, oh, you're doing a load of horror stuff. Would you mind doing some more horror stuff for me? And I'm like, yes, I would love to do some more horror stuff for you, because horror is, despite the fact that I talk about Star Wars quite a lot, I absolutely adore horror. horror, so imagine my joy when Death Troopers was a thing. Death Troopers is amazing. I've done a book review of that actually on the channel somewhere else. I think I did it for 2 years ago as one part of the Inktober spectacular. I know I've been calling it spooktacular, but I shouldn't apparently, because that's another bad word. But anyway, you can research that yourself. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I do hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Have fun. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. Hello guys, so welcome back. I completely forgot that I was supposed to add this bit on at the end. So we're here. My eyes are very sore today. It's been a very strange day. So we're going to see what the cards have to say about this day, shall we? So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's one that's actually been on my list to do for a while now. So yeah, here it is. Next, tomorrow, it's going to be a little nightmares. I know we're kind of darting all over the place with video games, but that's because certain people want to see these video games. So, as always, we're going to turn it in half. We're going to just do a couple more shuffles, and then we're going to see what the cards have to say for us today. Oh, it's right way up for a change. The Herald, small regrets and longing. Well, yeah, that card actually really fits today. I'm not going to go into why, but yes, there are things that you feel you should have done, things that you have done that you're second guessing for now. You're longing for things to go back to the way that they were, but they can no longer go back to the way they were, so you have to live with your new reality, and that's why the eye is crying in the middle. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I do hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have fun, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.